Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where last episode we have been given the mission to improve our fleets. As such, most of my, in fact, almost all of my oldest battleships, had been removed from service, and like half of my light cruiser fleet was thrown away as well, and I'm now desperately trying to rebuild them as much as I can, as more and more nations are at war currently. And as you can see, 1 month, then we get another Britannia-class battleship with her 14-inch guns. And you know what? I want to deploy you. It's one of my most modern ships, I know. Let's deploy you in the Mediterranean. And this battle cruiser, let's deploy you in the Canary Islands. I got a feeling I might need you there before too long. Then we have 2 Vanguards and 2 Britannias. Scapa flow, please. Is there anything being commissioned right now? 2 battleships in Ganda and in Laos. That is good. That means we are well within our shipbuilding capacity right now. So I can continue refitting some of my Nellies. Ooh, 41 ships. That's a bit more than I had expected. Yikes. But it needs to be done. They need to be upgraded. And with that, we get some more oil. Austria and Japan is at war. Yeah, Austria is screwed. They are at war with like half the world right now. With America, Russia, Japan, almost with France, and almost with me as well. And honestly, right now, if we would get into a war with Austria, let them come. Although they do have a lot of ships in the area. Let's see. Renown, Glory, Audacious, Glory, Glory. I'm gonna send 2 Glory-class battleships to reinforce my colony here. I would like some destroyers, actually. However, as we all know, I don't have a lot of destroyers, only 104. Bring the research back to 50. While we are upgrading those destroyers, so we don't lose all the money straight away. I'm not gonna take an alliance with France. I'm gonna lower my unrest instead. France and Austrians are at war now. Everyone is losing ships. I approve. Conquest is looking good. I think I'm gonna beat the French in this one. But the Austrians can completely screw me over if they decide to move in. So let's hope they do not. Now finances, let's increase, let's build. 1 month for some light cruisers. The fast ones are coming off the line. That is good, that is good, that is good. And they're deploying in cadets, right? So over here. That makes them useful indeed. We could deploy Mac on her own. Oh, that's going to be risky, though. I like it. Let's do it. Mac is being deployed on her own to act as a buffer for my invasion fleet and the Austrians. Will be fun. I haven't had the opportunity to use my mech yet. At least not in combat. So this will be fun. Alright, let's see. Mine hunting kit. No transports lost for me. Tibet has been taken by China. Well, sounds historical. I have a good chance of taking the colony. Sucks for you, France. Sucks for you. Ooh. There are so many wars going on. Love it. Now, Mac, on your own, I'm not sure. I might throw you away with this move, but we're gonna try it anyway. We're gonna use you to block off the Adriatic Sea. And the cruisers are being commissioned. Excellent. Meaning I can get a few more surprise class cruisers. And I want you, if possible, Cyprus. And turn. No changes in the elections. As Mac engages 2 Austrian capital ships. Let battle be joined, I say. Is being targeted right now. Nothing is being hit right now, but hey. Ooh, close. Okay, back to 20 knots. Concord is the ship that is doing my spotting right now. And the enemy seems to be in retreat. Yet again. A 10-incher scored a hit on the battleship. Enemy is engaging with one of their light ships. Secondaries are in play. While while my main guns continue pounding the enemy capital ships themselves as well. Enemy spotted my destroyer. Concorde with her 5 and 6 inch guns should be able to deal with this guy, right? Although 10 inch guns, that might actually be a heavy cruiser. All guns on the heavy. Yeah, that is a heavy cruiser, my friend. Hanish, 15 knots. Combat speed, please. Blow her out of the water. And back to full. Extensive fire. Wow, you would have thought she would die due to flooding. Ooh, that was close. Concorde, come about. And let's increase to maximum speed. Destroyer, 30 knots is acceptable. Is acceptable in terms of fuel. For sure. More than acceptable. Enemy is returning fire. The Ernest. The Volta. My destroyer is opening up. Hanish, back to combat speeds. Keep firing at the battleship, please. Cruiser, destroyer, you guys will fire on the enemy escort that is coming in. Enemy scored a hit on my destroyer, so let's smoke her up. Let's get some evasive maneuvers done, shall we? Light cruiser, come on, 20 knots. Give me some hits. Come about. Battleships, secondaries. Go, go, go. Light cruiser, tell me, did you fire your torpedoes yet? Negative. You do now. Battleship, increase to flank. Counter-run those torpedoes. Concorde, do a turn. Battleship, do a turn. Destroyer, come about. We have lost sight of the enemy capital ships. But without their torpedoes, that destroyer is no longer a threat. Concorde, please finish her off. Thank you. That's what I want to see. This is a heavy gunship. And just the number of guns shows why I think this ship is superior to the newest ones that I made. Even though the newest ones are a lot faster. There we go. And back to full speed with the light cruiser, please. As yet another enemy escort goes down. Hanish got hit. Target the battle cruiser, please. One good hit on the battle cruiser. She has like what? 7-inch main belt? Yeah, I should be able to pen that. No problem. Light cruiser, smoke up please. And start firing at the enemy battle cruiser as well. Destroyer at the enemy battle cruiser, please. All guns. High explosive shells. Do some DACA. Also, aggressive torpedoes authorized. Concorde, come about. Destroyer, out of torpedoes. torpedoes. Excellent. Hainish lost some guns. 2 dot hits. Come on! Talk about being unlucky. There we go. Main gun destroyed. That's more like it. I guess it's up to the battle cruiser, the battleship now. Destroyer come back in. Light cruiser turn. Keep harassing. Ernest took a nasty hit. Lost 2 engines. Wow, what is your armor like? Huh. These 6-inch guns are ripping her apart. Right. Close the distance, prepare for a new torpedo attack. Secondary on my battleship has been destroyed. Unlucky. But let's come about. Alright, let's try this again. Aggressive torpedoes authorized. Targeting the battle cruiser. Come about. No luck on the launch. No luck on the launch. Turn in. Smoke up. Concorde. I really need you to fire your torpedoes now. Torpedoes away. Punish, come about, and where's my destroyer? Turn back. Light cruiser, target the enemy light cruiser with your torpedoes. In fact, just target the light cruiser. Torpedoes might hit the Ernest. Yeah, 2 torpedo hits. Excellent. Turn off torpedoes. Oh, just too late. She fired. Ernest is in trouble, though. Secondaries. Please fire at the light cruiser. Come about. Destroyer. Let's turn back in. Good hit, good hit, good hit. Ooh, look at that. Ernest is gone. So is their battle cruiser. And here I was worried about this battleship being unable to survive these kind of engagements. But, yeah. Mac is doing great. Let's fire a single big salvo at that light cruiser, if you please, Mac. Well, that was a bit disappointing. Suppose that wasn't a big salvo either. That is. 14 inchers. Alright, back to the battle cruiser, you. Careful there, careful. Secondaries, keep firing there. Some good hits on the enemy light cruiser there. Destroyer, break away. 4-6, you may retreat. Concorde, come about. 2k damage on the Volta, and a flooding hit. Flooding hit on the light cruiser as well. Charging in my light cruiser currently to get rid of that charge. There we go. Worth it. very worth it. Only Ernst remains. Ooh. 4-6. You may retreat immediately. Lay a smoke screen. Disengage. Mac, it's up to you to finish the job. And because my cruiser is neutralized, did I lose a lot of crew members? Probably. Yeah. We lost quite a lot of crew members there. Mac, close to distance. Get the attention of their main guns. Mac has done 40k damage. Concord, 17k. And Shikari, 91. Flash fire. Ah, look at that. Awesome. Very awesome indeed. 5 enemy ships destroyed. 12,000 victory points. Mac, you have done good job. The Austrians want to surrender after the loss of 2 capital ships. I can understand it. And we gained control over Tripolitania. I'm not going for El Salvador right now. I want my full attention here. So, Mac may go to Tripoli. The rest of the fleet, should I... There's 10 battleships here. I mean, 16 battleships. 17, 18. The Austrians have 18 battleships in the area. And that is a lot of firepower. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm gonna quickly move my battleships, especially without escorts, away from this submarine. And I'm gonna try... Ooh, what's that? Austrian cruiser. Narwhal and... Ooh. You get built quickly. That entire task force, let's go. You get built really quickly. What is your build time? 11 months? 12 months for the Talbot? Look at that. Looking good. 10 light cruisers are being built. I think I still need like 15 to 20 extra light cruisers. Oh, come on. I did not ask for peace. Cowards. Yeah, I think I'll just take the money. Peace has been signed. That is a shame. I had hoped to actually take Austria for myself here. But hey, it is what it is. And my ships may retreat back home, away from the Mediterranean theater. Oddly, I'm losing 400 million a turn, so let's bring my research back 50%. My economy is still growing. Unlike that of Austria, I think. No, it's still growing as well. Wow, they've been at war for a long time already. Large light cruiser and battle cruiser 4. Right now, all battle cruisers that I have are battle cruiser 1s. Vanuatu. Hi. Hi, Vanuatu. I got a battleship here. And a battleship alone is how many tons? Enough. Still, for the show, I'm gonna send some extra destroyers as well. Should be more than enough firepower to take it. My fleet is back home. Hull construction. Ooh, yes. And Turtleback armor scheme is coming up as well. Interesting. So, the Furious. I can't build them anymore. Don't want to build them anymore. Let's start by upgrading them. Upgrading this design. And then I'm going to design a new battle cruiser, I think. Refit. Let's get oil. Gear turbines. Auxiliary 2, shaft 2, electric. Better barbettes, Krupp 4, triple hull, two powder TNT 2. Let's check. The flash fire chance is very low. Better hydro, check, check, check. Let's go with a 9-inch. 9.5 main belt. Ooh, that's low. I have an engine efficiency of 200%. So let's increase speed to 34 knots. Yeah, that works. Slight aft weight offset, so let's improve foredeck, forebelt. There we go. That's a good upgrade for this battlecruiser, I think. She's a lot faster now. She has some good guns still. Yeah. The new Furious. Now let's design a sister ship for the Furious, and let's design a new battleship. First things first. Battlecruiser 4. I mean, I'm gonna skip over Battlecruiser 2 and Battlecruiser 3. Not necessarily in that order. Ooh. Alright. Let's start off with that tower. The hood. 34 knots, maximum range. please. Dual funnel. Modern tower. Move one of the funnels up there. Move the tower back. Oil powered with double geared steam turbines. If I take that funnel away and replace it with a smaller one, that does work, but I'm gonna change it around. Oh, maybe? Let's do it like that. Oh yeah, that looks nice, that looks nice. Dual funnel. Prop 4. Triple reinforced bulkheads, anti-torp 3. With an advanced citadel. Hydro 3. And then we get a look at the guns. So my 10-inchers are Mark IVs. Interesting, but not for this ship. 16 inches Mark 1, 15 Mark 1, 14. I mean, we can do this as main armaments for this battle cruiser. And then we, you know, hold on, 10-inch? Ah, that's a shame. I would have loved a 10-inch secondary battery up here, but nope. Secondary guns, how is it looking? Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 4, Mark 4. Yeah, but you hardly have any range, do you? Then again, you have more range than the 4-inch gun. But you're so small. You're not a big gun, you're a tiny whiny gun. What? I love me my Doctor Who. Don't blame me. Guess we can add an 8-inch secondary battery. 2 8-inch guns, some 3-inch guns, and casemate guns. 8-inch. Can we get away with that? No. In fact, we can hardly get away with anything extras, I believe. Still, I am in need of some extra stuff, I think. Like, my flash fire chance is a bit high right now. 9%, that is better, but I do want it below the 5%. It is a battle cruiser after all. Okay, let's bring the range down a bit. Ooh. The armor is horrible. What can we do? I need quite a bit of room, actually. Let's get rid of 2 turrets. Well, 2 barrels, I should say. That helps. In fact, that helps a lot. Now, if I go with some weak-ass casemates... Well, weak-ass, 4 inches, still pretty big. I mean, essentially, these are destroyer guns added to the battleship. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Essentially, I have a destroyer strapped to the side here with my casemates. Not weak at all. The aft weight offset, however, is worrisome. I mean, yeah. Tell me you can still rotate. Yeah, more or less. Let's get rid of those guns. Oh, God. That is not good. Right, medium superimposed Barbette 1. Let's get rid of you. Let's get a Barbette 3 instead. So I can move you closer to the rear. I know it's not as pretty. I guess we could try it with a tall superimposed. Yep. That's better. Still a bloody aft weight offset that, in all honesty, I'm not quite sure how to fix. First things first. Let's move all the towers again. I mean, the further forward the boilers are, the better. And we've moved them quite a bit already. Let's get rid of the secondary over there and place it back in the front. 12%. And we have 100 tons to play around with now. And 100 tons is not a lot. Okay. New idea. Get the dual turrets over there. And the 2 triples in the front. And for some odd reason, that makes the ship overweight. What? How does that work? It's a difficult one. Okay, let's get rid of the triple guns. Let's get dual ones in instead. That gives me 1,000 tons to play around with. Let's go with a 5-inch 4 belt. 4-inch. 3.9-inch. Yeah, okay. I can live with a 0.8 aft weight offset. I can live with that. Yeah. Decent enough. Not great. Let's continue improving her. I'm not happy. Don't necessarily need that. I do want shaft 1, auxiliary 1. I can drop the range down drastically, I suppose. So I can get the radio in. What's the max belt that I can have? Whew. There we go. Bit of a heavy aft weight offset now. But if I do this, it's good. It's good. Yeah. Safe design. We got ourselves the Hood class battle cruiser. Not quite a realistic Hood, but still a nice looking ship, I say. Okay, finances. Shipbuilding capacity is no problem. However, refitting of these ships will take a lot of the capacity. And it will take a long time, right? 4 months. Well, I am at peace. And I do want 2 Hood-class battle cruisers. And then there is one more thing I need to build. Namely this beautiful looking hull. We need to do something with it. Hannibal? No. Emperor of India? No. Malaya? Hannibal. I can live with a Hannibal class battleship. As long as we don't have to cross the Alps with it. So what shall I do with it? I think, Jesus, that is a big-ass tower. I don't want to go for that, I'll be honest. One funnel is enough at 17 knots, but I want at least 28 knots for this battleship. So 2 small funnels will do. I'm thinking about the what I wanted to do with the battle cruiser, but doing it with this battleship instead. So let's bring the beam down, shall we? Damn, she can go far. She can go really far. I liked it. I like it. Yes, yes, yes. Now let's balance this baby out a bit and make her look pretty. Does that fit? That fits. Secondary guns. I want my 6-inchers. 1, 2, 3. 3 6-inch guns. Check. Then I want my dual 4-inch guns. Triple 4-inch guns, pardon me. No 3-inchers that I can place. There are some 2-inch gun positions. Check and check. Spacious crew. Auxiliary. Shafts. Electrical steering. To powder. TNT. Max AP, please. Cap ballistics. Cap ballistics. Long range rangefinder. Hydro 2. Radio. 14-inch main belt. 8-inch main deck. We're getting there. 6-inch forebelts. Let's up the foredeck a bit and make the main deck 10-inch. 22, 22, just upping it to the max. .5s. With a 5% barrel length increase on all guns, beside the main gun that is. Aft belt a bit more to increase balance. And I think we got ourselves a pretty damn good looking battleship. I like her. Anti-flood. Barbettes. Anti-torp 2. Crop 4. Yes, it works. Double bottom. Can we get a citadel in? No? Okay, no citadel. That's a shame. Seriously though, how much do I need to save to get the citadel in? Electrical turrets. Essentially 1,000 tons. If I bring the main deck down to 8-inch, conning tower down to 15. Hydro 1. Anti-torp 1. Well, we can save on the range. Problem solved, right? I got 500 tons essentially now. It's enough for this. Because I do want a citadel in, even though it's not that heavily on the armor. Yeah, let's give it a 4 then. There we go. The Hannibal class battleship. Eventually I want to upgrade her with 16-inch guns, rather than the 14-inch she has right now. Finances, how's it looking? This is an expensive boy. Look at that. Blasted my positive income almost entirely with the construction of this one ship. Of course, this ship is expensive. I mean, look at it. 1.3. In fact, if I sort, yeah, even the Vanguard, who has more guns, is not as expensive. Almost half of the cost, actually. Well, she is bigger. Whew. This is gonna be an interesting one. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, comes an end to this episode. I thank you very much for watching. Once more, I thank you, and I will see you next time. Until then, take care.